Hello there everyone, and welcome to the March update video for the channel. And we're taking a look at Gamera, Guardian of the Universe. Well, not really, this is just something we're going to have in the background while we're talking. And we're going to start the game up. I don't think I'm going to really read much of the dialogue of this game. We're just going to let it happen while I'm talking. Now, what do I have to talk about now? Well, I guess the biggest news is I did set up a Patreon account. So I would appreciate it if you guys went and took a look at that, and if you felt inclined, feel free to send me a donation or two. But honestly, I'm not very familiar with Patreon. I don't really know the ins and outs of it, and I created a couple of tier systems that I just thought sounded good off the top of my head. But if you guys have any thoughts or suggestions of rewards I could offer, in addition to the ones that I've put up, feel free to let me know, because I want to encourage people to donate to me and become a Patreon. And I also want to be able to create more content that is worthwhile for you guys to put your money into. From the little bit of research I've done, I would actually be better off getting like $1 a month or something like that from viewers than from them watching my videos over and over again. Alright, it's battle time. And right now we're doing ground combat because both our monsters are on the ground. Now, Gamera here is a Game Boy game, and it's actually a really attractive video game. Now, let me see, I hit select and I can look at the different actions. Now, the controls here are a little unusual. If I don't press B, and I press any combination of these A buttons, that's what Gamera will do. If I press B once, and then these combinations of A buttons, that's what Gamera will do. And if I press B twice, and then any number of these combinations of A button, Gamera will do that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go up in the air. So B... Oh, no, I pressed A, not B. So Gamera's roaring. At any rate, I was going to go flying. But yes, Patreon account, and I want to use it to not just make some more money to supplement my income, I want to be able to use it to find ideas and create more content for people. Alright, Gamera, go up in the air. Now, on the game front, we have long since finished Code Veronica and Eternal Darkness, and we're getting close to the end of Oddworld. At least I think we are. But as far as Pokemon Bloody Platinum goes, I think we're still really close to the beginning. Alright, Gamera's flying and Gauss is on the ground, so Gamera's actions are different now. Hover in the air, land stomp, land far, land near, pinwheel. Where's, actually, I want to go back. Can I fly back? No, I gotta hover in air. You know what? No, let's try a super spin. Ah, screwed up. Keep pressing A when I should be pressing B. And while those games are done, or getting close to being done, I did start playing some of the other games. I did a couple of Let's Plays of 20XDX, and that game was not what I was expecting. I might even go far as to say I was actually disappointed by it. Which I know is kind of sad to say, especially considering it was a gift. But I really don't like those kinds of games like that. And I don't know if I'm going to get many more videos of 20XX. I also played a bunch of Left 4 Dead with my buddy who sent them to me, who I really appreciate taking the time to play these games with me and show me how they work. But again, it's something I'm not really enjoying all that much. and I don't know if I want to make videos out of it if I don't enjoy it. And again, I know that kind of sounds ungrateful for, these gifts that people have given me. But I want to try to be honest with you guys as often as I can. Alright, let's land far. And talking about getting multiplayer games going, we've already recorded and played several episodes of Secret of Mana. I got together with the Retro Queen Gamer, or the Retro Gamer Queen, who's my friend Natalie, and we were able to play a couple of games of it over NetPlay, using the Retro Arch system. And it took a little while to get figured out, but eventually we got it. But we're going to try to find ways to get that to work a little bit better, because 3 different people in 3 different states trying to play this game together is a little challenging. But how about games that I've got planned for the future? Well, there are a number of games I really want to get to. And a couple of them were, requests of me. So all the more reason to play them. But I don't want to give them all away just yet. Ah, gotcha, Gauss. Alright, let's roar a little more. Now, I don't know if you've caught them yet, but I did do a couple of Fire Pro videos. I think I have 2 or 3 Fire Pro episodes up at the time that I'm recording this. Now, I recorded a lot of Fire Pro footage. I mean a lot. I've got a couple of hours. But it takes a lot of production to get these things done. I don't know if it's a lot more than I expected, but it is a lot. But I'm going to do my best to keep producing these things at a reasonable rate. And I'm hoping that as it goes along, it will get easier and easier. Alright, go get him, Gamera. And between our last update video and this video, I was able to produce 1 episode of Ed vs. Food. Oh, we knocked out Gauss. Good. Now, Gamera here is kind of like a fighting game in this way that you have to win best 2 out of 3. And honestly, it's not that I dislike fighting games, it's more that I'm not very good at most of them. And I think that, depending on the game, I think 2 out of 3 takes too long. And my god, like the competitive players that do like best 3 out of 5 just blows my mind, just how long that takes. And I don't really particularly like this Gamera game, but I figured it looked nice and it would be something fun to have playing in the background. I've never gotten past this Gauss, because I just don't have the patience to keep playing. Super Claw Attack. But my last episode of Ed vs. Food wasn't exactly all that strange or exotic. I really want to try to do more recipes that are weird and unusual. The last Ed vs. Food felt more like a Bored and Hungry. My 2 cooking videos are Versus Food and Bored and Hungry. Bored and Hungry is really just, well, it's that. I'm bored and I'm hungry, so I decided just to try to make something. I want Ed vs. Food to be more, weird stuff. Like, I think the Brood Witch was a great one. The Mississippi Queen came out pretty good. I really like doing the Sinner Sandwich. So stuff like that. Stuff where I can, especially if I have something to play off of. Like, I love doing Banana Sushi because I was playing off of the Cromartie High episodes, which I thought was good. Alright, Gamera, what are we doing here? Let's try something I haven't done before. Was that a cartwheel something? Let's do a retreat claw. Alright, so what else do I have to talk about? Well, unfortunately, my costume hunt is not going well. I've gotten in touch with a couple of different artists and sculptors and mask makers and special effects artists to see if anybody would be interested in helping me out with making my costume and improving upon my Beta Ray Bill thing. Unfortunately, I have no takers. I've either gotten no response, which I think is really disappointing. At the very least, if I got a response, you know, at least then I would be talking to somebody professional, and I would get told, you know, we're too busy, or no, we don't want to work on it, as opposed to sitting here waiting for a response. Alright, to the air camera. Although one response I got was really disheartening, to be honest with you. I found a couple of mask makers on, I think it was DeviantArt, and they had done all kinds of unusual animal-shaped masks, and Bill's face is kind of horse-shaped, so I got in contact with them and explained to them what I wanted to do, and their response was something along the lines of, I'm sorry, we're scared of Disney. So they just didn't want to do it because they were worried, I guess, of getting sued or getting into some sort of legal trouble. Which is really unfortunate. Well, unfortunate for me, I guess, and it's also unfortunate for them because I guess that kind of limits the stuff they can do. Especially as Disney is continuing to grab up more and more intellectual properties. But that's another complaint for another day. Alright, come on, camera. Let's see if we can take out Gauss. Can I breathe fire? I have a lot of luck with the fire. No, flying fire. Go get him, Gamera. If nothing else, I would really like to get past Gauss, because the other enemies that Gamera fight in this game are kind of spectacular. Okay, we did pretty good with the super spin. Let's try that again. So I'm still looking for people that can help me out with my costume. I like the idea of a GoFundMe or Kickstarter for the costume, because in my mind what I want to do is get like piecemeal what each piece would cost to create. And then from order of importance, sort of make each one of those my goal. So like I would start with the mask, and then maybe I would go to the boots next. And then down the list of each piece of the costume that I want to build. And I got this idea, I don't know if it's even really possible, to kind of create like an attaché case that I can keep all the costume parts in. So that way I can travel with them more easily. Let's do pinwheel. Because that's always been one of my problems with the costume, is traveling with it and trying to keep it safe. Especially the mask. Although I've done a good job with the mask, the boots unfortunately tend to get tossed around and have crap put on them, and it just doesn't work out well. Ooh, there's one more important thing that I think I should let you guys know about. And I've started to also stream on Twitch. I've been trying to put links into my videos on where you can watch me on Twitch. I've been multicasting, or I guess multi-streaming, both on YouTube and on Twitch, the games that I play. Now the games will still end up on YouTube as videos once I'm done with them, but I figured this way I can get a broader audience. Several of my friends are also streaming on Twitch, so, you know, I wanted to be able to join in with them and help support them as well. So I'll put that up as a link as well, and hopefully you guys will come and check me out. I think that's it. I think that's about all I wanted to talk about for the time being. I like to keep these videos on the short side anyways. There's another thing, and I think I'll just bring it up now before I say goodbye. There's a streamer that I love to watch, an LPer by the name of Super Great Friend, and I went through a bunch of his older videos, and he did something called the Horrors of X-Blig, which was really just him playing horror games from Xbox indie games, back when Xbox had that service. And I'm a big fan of horror-themed games as well. Survival horror is probably my favorite subgenre. And you've already seen me go through most of Silent Hill, a lot of Resident Evil, most of Fatal Frame. And I want to do more horror-themed games in the future, and not just at Halloween time, even though that's the perfect time to do it. I had an idea where I would do something similar to the Horrors of X-Blig, where I would find these horror games and just maybe take like a 10 or 20 minute look at them. And if I ended up really liking them, maybe they could become full Let's Plays. And I was thinking, you know, good old games, Steam, have a plethora of games to pick from, especially demos of games. And I could maybe just, you know, download the demo, play the demo for like 20 minutes. If I end up liking the game, in the future I could get the full version of the game and maybe even turn it into a Let's Play. I was thinking of calling that something like, I was thinking either Streams of Terror or Steam of Terror. Something around those lines, something to play along with. So maybe you'll see that sometime in the future. And of course, as always, I want your feedback. I want your thoughts on the ideas that I presented in this and other videos. And I want your ideas of the stuff I should be doing. Like, for example, I haven't done an anime music video in probably a few years. If you guys want to see more of that, let me know. If you've got ideas for recipes that you want to see me do, by all means, let me know. Like, if there are other things that you're interested in and you want my opinion on, or you want to see me try out, please just let me know and I'll give it a shot if I think it's worthwhile. So, again, as always, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you've been enjoying my content, and I look forward to producing more for you all. Thank you so much.